like that.
She chose the baby. The baby's always the favorite.
Facts.
Oh, that's what it is.
She denies it. She denies it, but I know the truth.
We all know the truth. Like it's a very much known fact that this one right here in studio is my mom's favorite, and there are 5 of us that she could choose from. But I actually think it's a mix or a tie between this one and the oldest one, because the oldest is a boy. You know, that's just how it is. He's like he can do no wrong.
And there's a debate who the favorite is, and Journey knows it's not her.
It's not me.
So you think it's Kurt?
No.
Oh,
I definitely think that it's the youngest boy, Cameron.
Oh, really?
Most definitely.
Oh, wow.
You even say that too? Interesting.
We're actually admitting there's a favorite.
Of course there's a favorite.
We got 5 kids. I guess you can have a favorite. When it's 2,
you can't have a favorite.
Yeah, you can't have no favorite. You can't alienate one.
See, and I feel like you can have a favorite if there's 2, because it's giving one parent gets one. You know?
I guess I never thought about that.
I have a feeling you're your mom's favorite.
No, I to be honest, I am loved by both parents.
Okay.
My brother is the one they care for the most.
Okay, that is really funny.
But I am definitely loved. I do not feel left out by any means. I am definitely loved by my mom and my daddy.
I love it. I hope everybody had a wonderful Mother's Day. Let us know. What did y'all do this weekend? I'm trying to know. Somebody turned up? Did you turn down? Did you stay in? Did you celebrate your mom the right way? And if so, how did you celebrate? 833-212-1017. We celebrated at my brother's. We had a really wonderful get together with the fam. My grandma was there, and she is 89 years young. She is as sassy and vibrant and youthful as ever. I know I say that, I talk about her here and there. Grandma, I've never seen anything like it. I don't even know what to say what age she acts like, because I've just never seen anyone act the way she does. It's incredible how youthful she is. And I talked about the surgery she had to have because she has congestive heart failure. So I talked about when you got all that done last year. She's become even more youthful since that procedure.
It's a blessing.
That is such a blessing. God is good. So yeah, we had a lot of fun. In my family, we have this thing where for every holiday get together, we do like a caramel cake, like a pound cake. And I mean, I'm talking we need to start stocking more, because it's so much that it'll cause a riot in the family. That's how good the pound cakes and the caramel cake. That's what it was yesterday. Caramel cake.
Miss T's caramel cake.
So good. Can you remind everybody, if you remember, where that's from? It's Miss T's.
Yep.
I know it's in Milwaukee.
Yep, it's in Milwaukee. And on Sundays, she's at the gallery from noon till 3 p.m. It's in Liberty Place, off 107th and Park Road, next to that Cousins.
Oh, yeah.
Area.
Yep. By all the dealerships and all that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Every Sunday, they're there from 12 to 3, and you can find her cakes. Man, that caramel cake was
good.
It was insane.
Melt in your mouth. It was ridiculous. I was fortunate enough to get a second slice that I brought home with me. Gabs, it was gone within an hour of me being home. I tried to not eat it right. I couldn't help it. It was so good. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it was absolutely delicious. I hope everybody did have a wonderful Mother's Day. Blessings to everybody who is a mom figure, has children, doesn't. But if you feel like, you are a mom figure in somebody's life, I hope you also had a wonderful day and felt celebrated, because you deserve it. Moms come in all different shapes, sizes, and forms. Got 2 talk to text. LT said, "Hi, Gabs. I can tell when a table's going to be a problem before they sit down." That's directed at you, Kyle. Do they know? That's actually really funny. Them's fighting words. Do you I'm curious, does your family, are they rubbing their hands together yeah, we about to get down? You know what I mean? What is it?
It's not even that. It's just, when the older you get, where I don't want to offend people, but a lot of times people are indifferent about what they want to order. And I'm not saying that, I feel like there's a lot of women in the room here, and I don't want to offend anybody.
Oh boy!
Say it with your chest.
You got me. You got me.
Right.
I'm here with you.
When it comes to selecting food off a menu, sometimes one group of people take a little bit longer than the other one. I'm saying sometimes I just feel like sometimes some people take.
So women take longer.
I just sometimes that's just.
But what does that have to do with this?
Oh, because the women in my family. That's
so
what
is
that
the problem that they cause, that they take too long to order? What is it?
Typically take too long to order, a little indifferent on what they want and different things like that. It's a lot of things. But yes, we are the family, but everybody loves us because it's high energy. We're very positive towards people. It's not like, ew, this is terrible, take it back. It's usually kind of positive. Everybody laughs and enjoys a good time. It's just, you just understand that it's nothing's gonna be perfect right away the first time. Nothing. It's never like they're gonna come to the table like, are you all ready to order? And everybody's like,
What do you
yeah,
mean
let's go.
nothing's going to be perfect right away?
Like no time will a waiter or waitress come to the table the first time and everybody's ready to order.
Oh, okay.
There's never gonna be that. Or if something comes out, something may not just be right, or hey, this isn't. It's just something. It's always something.
In your defense, I will say, Ben, whenever I go to dinner with my girlfriends, we are so like immersed in our conversation. We won't even look at the
Take
menu.
forever.
Forever. So you are right. So you don't have to be ashamed. Kyle-
I'm
That
not
was
ashamed.
truth.
I'm not ashamed.
But Kyle didn't even want to say what he had to say because Gabby and Journey are here. Say it
Oh,
with your chest, Kyle.
I didn't want to offend women. I was told to be on my best behavior today.
Yeah,
Okay.
he
That's what I
was.
told. I
He was
was
giving a pep talk. He was giving a pep talk. That's why he's not going to choose violence today.
Okay.
And I'm just kidding. 833-212-1017. I
they
cannot.
wild in here.
Did you see that last text from Dre?
Yes.
Dre said, maybe next year I can tell you Happy Mother's Day, Mel. First off, I am a mom. I have 2 dogs. Y'all know dang well I am a mom.
You
Brat.
tested me, Mel. Come on now.
Come on, Kyle.
Come on. I said I'm
Bring it,
polite.
Kyle.
Stop it, Mel. Stop
Am
it.
I not a mom? Kyle, yes or no? Kyle,
No.
am I not raising creatures in my home?
Creatures are different from children. Come on.
Right.
Yeah. Look, Gabs, tell
I
her.
need
Tell
you to
her.
have a kid. Quit being so selfish. I
There
want to
it
be a
is.
grandmother.
Yup.
Period.
So we
Talk
shouldn't have.
to
I
her.
shouldn't have read that text because Gabby be on this.
She said, "Who said what?
No,
Was
for
it
real.
Dre? Next year, 12 months."
No, Lord Jesus. All right. Anyway, I am a mom because Gabby calls herself she calls them her grandpups.
Yeah.
I don't know what else you would call yourself, a fur grandmother, but she calls them her grandpups.
You
Just saying.
know,
I'm forced to.
I feel you on that. Yeah, no, Mel, you are not a mother. This Mother's Day is not for dog moms. They should create a dog mom Mother's Day. That's what they should do. That's $1 million idea, multi-million.
Yeah.
Dog
I may
mom.
do it.
Get
Yeah.
off, Mel.
My goodness, that seems like a great day.
Dog mom.
I don't know if the
You know
actual
what's
mom of the
interesting?
dog would like that or not, but
You know what's interesting? The people who are trying not to call me a mom don't have dogs themselves, so clearly y'all don't
My dog
understand.
died.
So clearly y'all don't
said his dog
understand.
died.
So take that back.
Aww.
Take that back. You are
Well,
hurting my heart.
no, you're not included in that,
this
Ben.
dog died.
This
a
person
decade ago.
and this person and
decade
that
ago.
person. And he's still sad about it, as he should be.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he should be
my
sad
dog.
about it.
He
but my
should be
goodness.
sad. That was his dog.
It was my dog. I shared so many memories.
For real. Y'all are so crazy. Thanks, Dre. Appreciate that. It's giving you could wish me a happy Mother's Day now. I'm just saying. The caller said, Mel, wish your mom a happy belated Mother's Day from Truth Nation and the caller. So that's to you. And then the caller also said, to all the moms of Truth Nation staff, y'all raise people who are positively Milwaukee. That was so sweet.
Oh, that's cool.
That was nice. C had the nerve to text saying dogs don't count. I don't know why you are choosing violence. It must be because he realizes Kyle won't today, but thank you for that. Yeah, Q talk to text. Appreciate y'all. We are going to get into some conversation about a kid. I'm going to call him a child who lives in Memphis.
Don't do him.
That
like
boy
that.
that boy got kids. He ain't no
Don't
kid.
do him like that.
That man got.
He's
children.
acting like a child, is he not? Because grown men don't do what he's doing. I'm just saying. They do, but I think that that's a man-child then. That's a child mentality, trying to do things, thinking that there are no ramifications, thinking that there won't be any repercussions, and forgetting that there are literally millions of people who are watching him, seeing what his next moves are going to be, especially in light of, what happened less than 2 months ago, mind you. Yeah, we're talking about John Moran, of course. He was caught for the second time in 2 months brandishing a gun on social media, on IG Live, and now he has been suspended from all Grizzlies activities until further notice. Adam Silver is most definitely going to get involved, as he did the first time. I'm very curious to see where we go from here. We got to get into that conversation. Let me know your thoughts. How did you feel when you found out Saturday night John Morant was on his friend's IG Live? He was holding a gun. He was flashing a gun, and it literally was a flash, for the record. I couldn't even count to one in the amount of time that his friend showed him and then went away from the gun. But either way, it happened. It's there. Everybody knows about it. He has been suspended indefinitely. So where do we go from here in the John Morant case? 833-212-1017. To put down strong roots, a little support goes a long way. When you work with someone that knows our communities as well as Associated Bank, you get financial guidance that fits your life. They use financial knowledge to build solutions that make a difference, from a personal loan to a new home. Associated Bank is ready to help you grow stronger roots here, and you can learn more by visiting them at associatedbank.com/lending. Associated Bank, member FDIC.
Nothing But the Truth with Melanie Ricks returns after this on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
April is Financial Literacy Month, and The Truth has you covered on learning about how you can best manage your finances. Every Wednesday this month at 8 a.m. on Truth Be Told with Denise Thomas and Telly Hughes.
Ready for a great job where you can make a real difference in the lives of others? St. Anne's Center for Intergenerational Care is now hiring lead and assistant child care teachers, plus CNAs and personal care workers. At St. Anne's Center, they offer competitive pay with health, dental, vision benefits, and so much more. Come join the St. Anne's Center team today by applying at sac414.org/jobs. That's sac414.org/jobs.
On the Rocks Premium Cocktails offer modern twists on the classic cocktails. Developed by award-winning mixologists, the On the Rocks cocktails combine premium spirits and natural ingredients. Wherever you are, On the Rocks Premium Cocktails give you the convenience of bar-quality cocktails created with brands that you know and trust, like the Effin' Cosmopolitan and Hornitos Margarita. Pour over ice and enjoy. Please drink responsibly. On the Rocks ready-to-serve cocktails, 20 to 35% alcohol by volume.
Did you know half of all cats in the United States don't see a vet on a regular basis? Hi, I'm Kat Dennings, and I love cats. Like, really, really love them. Seriously. That's why I'm here to ask you to take your cat to the vet each and every year. I'm working with Royal Canin and Orphan Kitten Club in their program Mighty Cat, the first grant program in the world to protect and care for newborn kittens. For the Take Your Cat to the Vet initiative, which encourages cat owners across the country to schedule annual vet visits. Since it's tricky to decode our cat's behavior, it is super important to collaborate with your veterinarian to uncover any potential illnesses and learn the signs that something could be wrong. As pet owners, it is our responsibility to make sure cats of all ages have a chance to live a full and happy life by providing the care they need and deserve. Visit orphankittenclub.org/mightycat to learn more.
This is 1017 The Truth's Dr. Ken Harris, and the time is now, Milwaukee. You know, perspective is essential. What I found is the news behind the news is more important. I want you to leave my show with a sense of knowing what was missing that adds depth to the conversation. Tune in Monday through Friday, 4 to 6 p.m. on the new 1017 The Truth, the Truth app, or 1017thetruth.com.
Nothing But the Truth with Melanie Ricks returns after this on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Deal with the gang, you know, we don't switch. I put this inside the trunk, she try to dispute, don't. Yeah, roll I'll go with some Hennessy, I'm drunk. Spray the whole crowd, don't use my aim, so don't try me, I assist. Perk the head and broke my Roxy's. Ball of dirty Rockies. My shoulder weak, the stocking, got you don't know where I've been. Right in my city, cleaning Medicaid, city players, I start playing. Hold up, think I see the pill, man, I'm finna run out Zans. You know I like to dance, stop and watch me get it, yeah. Shorty, yeah, this lit, said she wanna have my extra leg. Hollow tips up in the head, pop this, no stopping. I'm locked in, I count ends, I spend it about 1,000, yeah. It's a parade inside my city, yeah. Shaking, giving, more county product of the feds. Flag green the cut, I watch, I cut up like Sharonda, yeah. I'm in this, who want me dead?
What up, y'all? We are back, and we are going to be talking about Ja Morant. Hey, this is the kind of music that he and Squad listen to, but I think, Ben, the issue with this, they're taking what is supposed to be entertainment, and they're trying to make it their real life. So why don't we get into Ja Morant? If you have not heard, but I'm sure if you're a sports fan or an NBA fan, you have heard a little something. He was caught for the second time in 2 months, a mere, what, did you say 3 weeks after their season ended?
Yeah, 3 weeks after the season ended.
21 days.
Oh my gosh. It's like hard to even repeat this. I'm so disappointed in him. But 2 months ago, he was caught brandishing a gun on his own IG Live. Now, fast forward 2 months, and then, like I said, 3 weeks after their season ended, they got put out by the Lakers in the first round. He was seen once again brandishing a gun, this time on his friend's IG Live. They were cruising in a car, in a drop top specifically, having fun, and all of a sudden the friend It had flashed to Ja, and I didn't see a gun initially. And then when it went back to him, Ja had the gun up. So it's giving, so you knew your friend was on live. You chose, he made a decision, Kyle, in that moment to show that gun again. And I'm just like, what could you have possibly been thinking? Was he not thinking? Like, what runs through your mind seeing him make this kind of mistake and so quickly after the fact?
So what it was, I had some conversations with my family about this, and after having those conversations, obviously, I'm not going to call him any disparaging names because I'll let the rest of the media and community, he's hearing enough of that. But what I will say is this, is taking a step back is that was a terrible decision that he made. As you just stated, Mel, they were on live having a good time. He was not only on live, he was in the camera. Like, he was at the camera, getting
100%.
excited about it. And this is what we came to the conclusion of, is that Ja Morant is a one-upper. Some people are impulsive and some people are one-uppers. Ja Morant has an impulsive personality that he cannot control what he does sometimes in certain moments, because what he saw was his friend, notice, his friend Devon Peck, I think his name is Donovan Peck or Devon Peck, or Devontae Peck, who they need to get rid of completely because
yes, they
he's
do.
had a lot of issues, not only with Ja Morant, but also with Ja Morant's father when they got into it with the Indiana Pacers as well.
I would say, wasn't he one of the ones who was banned from their arena?
Yes, and so he's the issue. He's
to
a
have
problem.
your friend be banned from your arena? Come on. I wouldn't even be friends with that person anymore.
Terrible influence. So Devontae Peck in that video, he puts up his finger as in, imitating a gun. And so Ja sees that, and what does John do?
Pull out an actual gun.
He pulls out an actual gun. Why? Because he's a one-upper, and he said, "Ooh, you do this. Let me show you what I got." He went straight to his pocket, and he made an impulsive decision, and he did it. And Devontae tried to save him by moving the camera.
Yes, he
But
did.
it was entirely too late. And so that's what I'm realizing, is that a lot of these decisions that he make are impulse decisions. In the strip club doing the gun thing, he probably just having a good time. A song came on, probably like that, or probably not like that in the strip club. But he probably just got too excited and made a dumb, impulsive decision, and he did it again. I don't think he meant any harm by this whatsoever. He's being a young 24-year-old, but he's not your normal young 23-year-old, excuse me. He has a lot to lose, and he has to understand that he has to take a step back and make better decisions. His friends should have told him before they got in the car, listen, we can't ride around with guns. You have to stop. Like, you may have the Second Amendment right, but the NBA also has a right, and the Memphis Grizzlies, they also have a right to basically not let you play. So you have to understand what you have on the line, and somebody got to get in his ear, because it didn't work the first time. I mean, we knew it was a fraud when he went to therapy for 5 days in Florida.
So he did end up going to therapy. We know that he had a conversation with Adam Silver.
5 days. Who goes to therapy for 5 days and is cured?
Nobody. But we know what that was. That was a PR move, and he had to do that. Clearly, he didn't actually learn anything from that instance. And I appreciate you, Kyle, going into the specifics of the live, because I watched it a few times. I did not notice that his friend, and I probably did, but it didn't register the same way it did to you, that his friend made the gun signal, and then in turn, Ja pulls it out. Because for me, I was annoyed both at Ja and the friend, because I'm like, why would you even show him? But to your point, he probably pulled it out so fast. The friend probably didn't even see him whip it out necessarily.
How quickly the friend moved the phone to his shoulder.
I mean, you barely saw the gun.
Less than 2 seconds.
For sure.
So he had Ja in mind when he was doing that, but it was entirely too late. Ja had already caused harm to himself.
Yep. No, for sure. And obviously, his friend isn't in control of him. Like, yeah, he's in control of the camera, but Ja saw the camera. He knew it was there. He was playing to it. He intentionally flashed that gun, knew they were on IG Live. Like, there's just no excuse. There are so many questions that I have right now. I'm going to go to you, Gabs, and you, Journey, because I think the two of you offer a unique perspective, you from a mom's point of view, Gabs, and then you, Journey, you're the youth, you're the future. And I worry when I see these kind of videos, I worry about you and your friends and how much you're exposed to, because you love TikTok. I know you like being on social media. I want to know, how much of this are you and your friends seeing, and how much of it are you actually talking about with your friends when it comes to either Ja Morant or someone like him, someone who's a public figure and well-known in your circle?
Well, I think as the youth community, me and my friends really don't look as much as the bad stuff until, like, maybe like you did, like, acknowledge it, like we have someone older to tell us about it. I think we try to focus more on, like, oh, what is this person doing? Why are they so cool? And not why they're a bad person, which I think we need to look more at instead of focusing on, okay, they do this, so this makes them cool, instead of looking at what they're truly doing and how that makes them look to the older generations.
Yeah, that's a really great way of putting it, Journey, and I love that. So my sister, she's 13 years old. She lives in Charlotte, North Carolina. She's in the 7th grade. Did you see this incident or the one before with Ja and his gun? Like, did you know that this had happened before we told you?
I did not see it, but I heard about it, of course, from you and my mom.
Okay. Did you see it, not this one, but the last time it happened? Like, did you know that this has happened before?
No.
You did not. Okay. And now keep in mind, my sister, she doesn't play basketball. So what she knows about the NBA comes from our family. You know, we communicate a lot in our family group chat, but we're very mindful because we have one with Journey, without Journey. Some things we just don't send to her group chat, of course. But I loved hearing that, Jay. I want to hear from you guys.
Wait a minute, you know you out of a group chat?
Yeah, oh, she knows.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She knows. She's well aware. Kyle, she's not like you. She doesn't get offended.
I wasn't part of it. I was offended. Journey.
Kyle was so offended. Gabs, from a mom's perspective, excuse me, what does this tell you about Ja, and what would you do if you were his mom, his guardian in this situation, especially knowing the money that he makes and how he probably would be providing for you?
Yeah, well, I can't say on air what I would initially say to him. However, I would have a conversation with him and just remind him, you can pick your actions, but you don't always have control of the consequences of those actions.
That part.
So you really need to think, and like I've told my kids, and I tell Journey, when you're about to make a decision that you know in your heart may not be the best decision, ask yourself, can I do this in front of my parents? Would my parents approve of this action? If the answer is no, chances are you probably shouldn't do it.
Can I raise my hand?
Yes.
I think Ja can. Why? Because when Ja went to the mall, let me take a step back. His mom was at the mall in Memphis, right? She was at, I believe, like a Foot Locker Finish Line. She gets into it with an employee, and what does she do? She calls her 21-year-old star NBA player to come up to the store. Now, if you calling your NBA star son to come up to the mall when you have an altercation, something's wrong with you.
100%. Why would you even involve him?
And so the apple don't fall too far from the tree, unfortunately for Ja, because like you said, he should not be involved at all.
No.
He is a superstar.
Right.
He ain't me. Like, my mom could call me, and it is what it is. I mean, at this age, he can't call me. 10 years ago, maybe she could. But
Yeah.
I'm not in the NBA. I don't have millions of dollars on the line. That's just ridiculous.
And not only that,
Yeah, that's a valid point.
Yeah, it
And you
is.
would think she'd want to protect her son and
by
not even
getting
call
it,
him. Yeah,
and not
just-
even get into an altercation.
Exactly. Yep, that's a very good point.
Because
Kyle.
now the news says Ja Morant's mom gets into an altercation at the mall. But now it's Ja Morant and his group of 9 people that come up, get into it with the parking people, and the parking people call the police because they said they were assaulted.
And that's just one of many, We got Black Conscious on the line. Why don't we go ahead and talk to him real quick before we break? Good afternoon, Black Conscious. How are you doing? What are your thoughts on this Ja Morant situation?
Well, my thoughts are second, but first I want to say hello, Journey. It is a pleasure to meet you. Your sister absolutely adores and loves you. We have met you through your sister that has nothing but wonderful things to say. Welcome to Milwaukee. Hello, moms. How are you? Thank you for birthing such a beautiful daughter, your husband and you, for bringing her into our lives. With that being said, he's an idiot. And here's why I say that. I gave him benefit of the doubt on the first time he had that issue. Don't be quick to rush to judgment. But these are not your friends, and you need to know better. If you thought the last time they was playing with you, now you're going to be playing overseas.
No, I couldn't agree more. Appreciate you, Black Conscious. You are so funny. Black Conscious be coming on like somebody's uncle, okay? Just big pauses, but very firm and stands in what he says. My question for y'all before we break here, what happens next? I mean, he's been suspended from all Grizzlies activity. We know Adam Silver is going to have to answer to this because he answered to the first one. They had a personal sit down, which does not happen very often. That's unheard of. You must be really in the doghouse because that's Papa Bear. You feel me? And to me, y'all, what really concerns me, the NBA for the longest time already had such negative connotations just based on how people acted, how people dressed, the jewelry. Remember when they had a dress code? Yeah, no, for real.
During Allen Iverson days, how they labeled the NBA players, and they really worked hard to clean up the image of the NBA after
they had a whole dress code
yes,
that they implemented
in the early
2000s. To get away from
exactly.
the street rapper type image that was coming. Not saying that was negative. And I don't like the connotation that does come with it. But they cleaned up the image where people had to dress up in order to come to the games. The players did.
And I don't think it'll ever go back to that because the world is just so different now. But still, this is so representative of the NBA as a whole as far as his actions go. It's so much bigger than just him in the city of Memphis. Like, it's about the whole NBA. And not only that, I honestly don't think he realizes who he is. I think sometimes he really forgets that he's Ja Morant. I think he's Ja Morant. He plays basketball. He makes good money. But I think he really forgets who he is sometimes. And I know we talk about how, like, the frontal lobes don't fully form until you're 25, whatever. But you've already made so many poor decisions up to this point. This may just be a character flaw. This may just be who he is. And that's why I asked the question, and I would love for y'all to answer it if you think you have an answer. Where do we go from here? Where do we see Ja Morant in 5-10 years? Will he even be in the league anymore? 833-212-1017. Text us. Let me know what you believe is going to happen next. I can tell you what American Family Insurance believes in. It's the power of dreams, and that we all deserve the ability to dream fearlessly. And that's why within the next 5 years, they're investing $105 million into our communities to help bridge equity gaps, build sustainable communities, and fight for social justice, because we all deserve to be free to dream. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Products are not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI and its operating companies. American Family Life Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Injured? Call Gruber Law Offices today. One call, that's all.
Literally one call, that's all.
I made one call, and that's all, worry-free.
One call, that's all. It worked.
Just one call, and that's all.
They will do what they say they're going to do. One call, and that's all.
One call, that's all means security.
It's literally one call, that's all.
It's a phrase we'll never forget.
Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
They are our cuddlers and coworkers, purr machines and love bugs, and constant companions. They are our pets, our family, and they make life so much better. When we face unexpected challenges in life, so do our pets. That's why we're on a mission to support people who love their pets, and the pets who love their people, ensuring these families stay exactly where they belong, together. And you have something to offer. With an open heart and mind, there is nothing you can't do. There's no gesture too small or too big when it comes to helping. Whether donating a bag of kibble, sharing an Instagram post of a lost cat, or welcoming a foster pet into your home, every bit of kindness counts. You can help keep pets and people together. Visit petsandpeopletogether.org to learn how to be a helper in your community. This has been a public service announcement brought to you by Maddie's Fund, the Humane Society of the United States, and the Ad Council.
What is dedication?
My daughter started making necklaces. She makes what we call affirmation fashion. I tell her every day that your black is beautiful. Your black is beautiful. And if there's anything better than being beautiful, it's being smart. If there's anything better than being smart, it's being kind. And reaffirming that every day is our method of making sure her chin never drops. My dad wasn't around, and I remember riding a bike and falling off and cutting myself, and me never just wanting to get back on it. People ask, how your children learn how to ride a bike, and you didn't. I didn't teach them. I just created an environment where they taught themselves, and all I had to do was be there.
That's dedication. Visit fatherhood.gov to hear more. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Greg Matzik. The Brewers complete a 4-2 homestand with a 9-6 win over the Royals Sunday afternoon. Another home run for Christian Yelich, his third in 2 games. Yelich hitting .348 with 4 home runs in the month of May.
He's swinging the bat well. That's why you play guys every single day, because they have the ability to do this. And he's found a nice little stretch here where he's squaring some balls up.
Brewers manager Craig Counsell. Milwaukee hits the road tonight for Game 1 of a 3-game series against the last-place Cardinals. Hear the game on 620 WTMJ with coverage beginning at 6:10. In the NBA, the Philadelphia 76ers fall to the Boston Celtics in Game 7 of the Eastern Conference semifinals. Celtics advance to the Eastern Conference Finals behind 51 points from Jason Tatum. In the West, it'll be the Lakers and Denver Nuggets in the Western Conference Finals, a series that gets underway Tuesday night. Sports Update, presented by Associated Bank, proudly supporting our hometown teams. Member FDIC.
You are listening to Nothing But the Truth with Melanie Ricks on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Trapping in the rain. She said I look like Usher when I'm trapping in the rain. Just know I'm a first and rapping's not my thing. AKA it's not nice and I live up to my hiding in the racks. I don't pay tax.
The Truth with Sherwin Hughes for his financial empowerment interview with Northwestern Mutual. This Friday, Sherwin will be joined by Northwestern Mutual financial advisors Erica Wright and J.B. Bell, where they will break down the first steps you can take to start investing in your financial future. Call in at 833-212-1017 for free financial advice this Friday at 11 a.m. on The Truth with Sherwin Hughes. And also, the Black-owned business Give Back is back. We have again teamed up with Associated Bank to help local businesses grow and succeed. Together, the home of Milwaukee Black Talk will be giving away $6,000 worth of free commercial advertising for 3 months to 5 black businesses each quarter of 2023. To sign up for this incredible marketing opportunity, visit blackbusinessgiveback.com. That is blackbusinessgiveback.com. For official contest rules, head to blackbusinessgiveback.com. Associated Bank, member FDIC.
Yeah, what he said. Shout out to Ben on the ones and twos. It's lit. Somebody texted saying, "Hey Gabs, hope you're doing well. We went to high school together. She was cool." I asked them what their name is. We'll figure it out. And then somebody else said, "Your mama is very attractive. We see where you get it from." That's hilarious.
Oh, thank you.
I always
take that. I will receive that.
Period, as you should. We're talking about Ja Morant. We talked to my mom and Journey, who are both in studio today. So fortunate to have them in town. Love y'all. And it was so interesting hearing their point of views, asking Gabs, as a parent, how she feels about it, and Journey as well, how she feels being the youth. Journey, in general, how influenced are you by celebrities? And celebrities, by the way, Jay, broad spectrum. Influencers, actors, singers, models, whatever you consider a celebrity. How influenced are you and your friends by these public figures?
I would say me personally, I try not to be too influenced by different celebrities because most of the time it's all a show and that's not really what they're doing on their daily life.
How do you know that? Like, what makes you come to that conclusion?
I mean, you could see on social media sometimes when they show pictures, say for example the Kardashians, how you sometimes will see the real picture versus what it looks like after they post it, after Photoshop things. So that's how I know not everything you see is true.
You're so wise, because even grown adults who are more than double your age don't understand that idea. So I'm very impressed with that, Jay. And I think that's part of Ja's issue. He's trying so hard to take this fabrication and turn it into a narrative, if you will, and he wants people to think that that's his real life. My question is why? To me, somebody who tries to make it seem as if they this gangsta, they, this gun waving whatever, are usually people who don't have anything going for themselves. Look at what Ja has going for himself. He has made so much money. He's got all these endorsements. He's got a whole city backing him up, really the NBA. People are saying he's the future face of the league. Those people aren't going to be having those conversations. In fact, those conversations have died down, and I don't know if we'll ever have them again, because how do you have someone who conducts himself in this manner as the face of a corporation? You just can't. For real, how does Ja Morant come back from this? We've got Al on the line. I would love to hear what Al has to say. Good afternoon. How you doing? How do we bounce back from this as far as Ja goes? Let's say we're part of his village. How do we bounce back from this, Al? Is there any bouncing back, and how long do you think Ja Morant will end up in the NBA?
Well, first thing I would say, he's still human. Okay, and what he did was no difference. I think people just blowing it out of proportion because he's black. Because white folks instead and did worse.
Time out, Al, real quick. Let me interrupt. Can you name me Al? Name me one NBA. Name me a white NBA player that did the same thing, or a white NFL player that did the same thing. And I'm not saying that. I'm talking about this specifically because I agree that they get away with stuff, but I'm just curious in this scenario.
I would have to do my research, but I still feel they're just blowing it all out of proportion.
Why?
I mean,
why do you
that's
feel
just
that?
my-
Besides him being black, why do you feel they're blowing this out of proportion?
Well, because he's a black man who,
like I
who's
said,
about
because
to come
besides
into
him being
millions.
black, Al, besides him being black, because that's a cop out.
Well, okay, well, I just call it self-hatred. How about that? Because we don't say that when white folks do it.
Yeah, we do.
say
We
that?
call them out every time,
No, we
Al.
don't.
Yes, we do. Who is we?
No, we don't.
Al, who is
Well,
we?
No, we don't.
Who is we?
No, we don't. When white folks do stuff to black people, y'all still call them by their first and last name and say, "Well, it's done, it's done."
Have we
It's
called John
done.
Morant
Keep
anything but John
living.
Morant? I'm just curious.
You know, so I would just say continue to back him and just say he will come over it. Like y'all do it with Dr. King, we shall overcome, so y'all can do it with this.
So do you think there's some accountability he needs to take with this situation? I mean, you have to see the failures in his actions from literally 2 months ago to now. There should be some type of
Well, you know,
repercussions for his
I'm not
actions,
going.
right?
I'm not going to really call it a failure. I'm not going to call it a failure. It's not a great decision, but I wouldn't call it a failure. I mean, they still going to keep him. He got a suspension, huh?
That's true.
He's
They gonna keep
human. His mama called him up to the thing. Okay, that's his mama. That's no different than wives calling their husband up there for foolishness, and they still.
But most people's wives and husbands aren't $1 million NBA players with multi-million dollar sponsorships and products with your name on it and your face on it, Al. So I think what you need to do is take a step back and remember John Morant is anything but normal. He's anything but average. He is representing an entity, a corporation, $1 billion corporation. He can't make dumb decisions, Al, period, point blank. And he already has in less than 2 months. You really are trying to excuse this behavior. And if so, I hate to say it, Al, because you know I really like you as a person. You're part of the problem. I'm going to let you know that much right now. If you're excusing this behavior, yes, you
I don't
are.
think so.
Yes, you
Well,
are,
can I
Al,
say-
because if
can
people
I
like
say-
you
can I share
are going to be
something with you?
apologists, if people like you are going to be apologists on Ja's behalf, he's going to keep making the same decisions because someone's telling him that it's okay. So I really don't like
Can
the
I
fact that
say-
you're taking his side. Yeah,
can
go
I-
ahead.
Y'all don't say that about Christianity, do you? Exactly.
That has nothing.
Have a great
that has
day.
nothing to do with that. Bye, Al. It was good talking to you. I don't. What does Christianity? I literally what? Hold on. Let me. Ben, can you turn their mics back on? Appreciate you. What does Christianity, Gabs, have to do with this? Al is crazy.
Al just want to stir the pot.
I know he does.
He's ready for a fight.
Okay.
Shots fired.
Al wants a try Al part 2. I cannot. Okay, so real, and you know what? Honestly, I do appreciate when people take opposing sides.
Right.
But for this, there is no part of it that I can excuse. There's absolutely no part. If this was the first time, okay, because we excused the first time. He was suspended for 8 games, and we haven't even gotten to the All-NBA honors that he didn't receive. $39 million more could have been in his pocket, but because he didn't receive the All-NBA honors, that's $39 million less that he was able to make. Obviously, like I said, there are a lot of other repercussions that come with that, but the dollar amount, and Gabby, you said something so key off air. You said somebody needs to sit him down and literally visually show him what all he's missing out on. And I think that's a really good idea. Like, it's like nobody's doing that for him. I don't know where we go from here. That's somebody named Mel on the line. I never meet other Mels. Fellow Mel. She's like me. Is this a fellow Mel? Good afternoon. Hi,
Hey,
fellow Mel.
How you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm okay. I just wanted to chime in about 3 things. One, in regards to this NBA player, under no circumstances should money make a difference for his bad actions. There should absolutely be consequences to his actions, especially when, you know, the younger generation looks up to him. That's for 1. And 2, for just the overall generation, for society's sake. Yes, we do have authority figures or people in power right now just abusing their power and doing things and excusing things like, violence, not taking the Second Amendment issue seriously and tackling it and putting in, common sense gun reform. So every action there's a consequence, and that's how it should be. let's not placate to what he makes. I care less about what he makes. Now, as far as I was once a dog owner, so I have to say that I agree with you. It is being like a mother, because I am a mother as well, and raising two children. I've raised two children. Unfortunately, I had my only son taken from me in 2018, but the trials and tribulations of taking care of dogs. And thank you. The trials and tribulations of taking care of a dog is just the same as just that we cannot communicate very well verbally, but, you know, when they sick, they have to be taken care of. What are you doing, woman? I'm sorry, I'm dropping off my grandkids.
Mel, no, you're good.
Yeah. I just wanted to make sure that, you know, that was said, because it's ridiculous that we all definitely need to take a step back and realize, you know, the society issues, the influences, but we need to get back to some ethics, some morals, some values, and some compassion, and stop excusing all this nonsensical violence.
Period. Thank you, Mel. You know what? If there's anybody I can count on to make sure that they are going to make a poignant thought, give a really great statement, and stand on their word, it's somebody named Mel. What? She's a fellow Mel. She knows what it is. And she's a fellow dog mom. Come on. I'm just saying, Ben. I like how you're just stone-faced in there, Ben.
Just another day in a lifetime. Nothing but the truth. That's all.
I cannot. Somebody did text you, though, Kyle. They said, Kyle, maybe you can give me some insight. Although he didn't use wisdom having the gun on social media, did he legally own the gun? Did he break any laws? Is there a league rule that you can't be in possession of a firearm? Because I can't name any sports player that possessed any firearm on social media. However, there are plenty of politicians that have them on social media all the time.
There's a couple things with that, is that I know the NBA looked into whether or not he brought the firearm to Denver on a team plane, which is actually banned from the NBA. You can't bring firearms on the plane. So that's an incident that occurred with
and
that.
he had to have, because that's how he got to Denver.
Allegedly. And then
he had it flown in.
I don't know. I have no private, because you can't bring a gun on a plane anyways. And so, including in that, in the incident in Denver, is that in Denver that is an open carry state, but the issue is you cannot have a gun while drinking alcohol. Now, the Denver incident, there was no proof that he had drank any alcohol while he was out, so they could not charge him with that, and there was no complaints from the strip club place that he was at. And so that's why no charges were brought there. But then in addition to that, this incident is not so much it was illegal. The Memphis police won't get into this. I don't believe so, because it is in Tennessee. But the league, he broke their conduct that they have as a league. So that's where the issue comes in. So being on social media with a gun, if this was Ja Morant's first time, he probably would have got a slap on the wrist. But this is his second time after having, like you said, Adam Silver. He got suspended. He did all this. He did all that. And then within 2 months, he's already at it again. So that's where I think the issues come in for Ja Morant.
No, for sure. And then, I mean, he did break a number of NBA rules, because they said it went against their, I don't know, the
player personal conduct.
Yeah, something. Policies. Yeah. We got one more caller that we're going to take. Good afternoon. What are your thoughts on this Ja Morant situation? How long will he be in the league, do you think? And where do we even go from here?
Well, to be honest, I think he's only going to be in, he ain't going to be in the league long. You know what I mean? It's your cousin, Joe.
Oh, what's good, Joe? It's Sav's dad. Hey, good to hear from you. I don't think he'll be here very much longer either. I honestly, I don't even know what to guess, Joe. I don't think it's going to be for very long, though.
Look at what they wanted to do to Barkley when he punched that dude in Milwaukee. They wanted to kick him out of the league. There's a limit to what the league needs to take and what they can carry. And race has nothing to do with it. You can't put a color on right and wrong. Not at all. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, no.
Now, these players these players are living up to a hero status. So therefore they should live up to that hero status, follow the laws that are in the state that they live in, and there won't be no problems. If you're so hard-headed that you have to have that hood mentality, why are you even in the league? You shouldn't be.
No, yes, I couldn't agree more.
And I'm making sure I don't cuss.
Hey, I appreciate you. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Sorry, we're doing a lot in here, but appreciate everybody who's chimed into the conversation. I agree. And y'all, I don't know how much y'all know about Ja's origin story. I don't believe in coincidence, but he's in the league because of a fluke. Literally, there was a coach who saw him shooting in his gym in high school. He was like not really on anybody's radar.
It was at an AAU tournament.
There it is. Thank you.
Where John Moran, I believe he played on the same AAU team as Zion Williamson, or
yes,
the
he
same
did.
program. And so he was just so the coach went and go see them practice.
Yep.
And he saw him shooting. He's like, "Whoa, who is this?"
And no one was looking at this kid. And so knowing that too, Kyle, it frustrates me to no end, because it's like, look at what God did. He brought this to you, and obviously his talent also got him there. But it's just crazy to see him fumbling this bag in real time. We got one more segment for y'all. Let us know if you have any final thoughts about John Moran. 833-212-1017. He was seen once again, second time in 2 months, brandishing a gun on social media, on IG Live. It sucks. Let us know if you have any thoughts about it. He's fumbling a big bag, but you don't have to fumble a bag, because LabCorp has a variety of open trials now that will fit your schedule, Ben. Let me tell you about these trials. They have 2 of them. The first one is for healthy adults, don't mind us, between 18 and 60 with a BMI between 18 and 32. The study involves 2 stays, 15 nights, 7 follow-ups. Compensation up to $13,820 may be provided for time and participation. Receive up to $300 per qualified participant. They have a second trial. Stop making me laugh, y'all. This isn't funny, where they are looking for healthy, overweight males and females, 18 to 55. The females must be of non-childbearing potential, BMI between 30 and 39.9. The study involves 1 stay, 35 nights, 3 follow-ups. Compensation up to $15,996 may be provided for time and participation. Receive up to $500 per qualified participant. Visit LabCorpClinicalTrials.com to learn more.
Nothing But the Truth with Melanie Ricks returns after this on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
It's 1017 The Truth, Sherwin Hughes, and I'm excited about our Truth Financial Empowerment Partnership with Northwestern Mutual. They're a national leader in financial services, and every month I'll be speaking with a representative from Northwestern Mutual about investing, building generational wealth, and how to best reach financial freedom. So tune into The Truth with me, Sherwin Hughes, on Friday, May 19th at 11 a.m. as I speak with Northwestern Mutual advisors Erica Wright and J.B. Bell, who will give a breakdown on the first steps that you need to take toward investing in your financial future.
This is 1017 The Truth's Dr. Ken Harris, and the time is now, Milwaukee. Perspective is essential. What I found is the news behind the news is more important. I want you to leave my show with a sense of knowing what was missing that adds depth to the conversation. Tune in Monday through Friday, 4 to 6 p.m. on the new 1017 The Truth, the Truth app, or 1017thetruth.com.
Your first night camping alone. The new tent, fully set up. Your bug spray, barely keeping up. But you got this. Just like Associated Bank's got you with free overdraft protection transfers. So when you bought all those supplies and lost track of your spending, we had you covered. You got this with free overdraft protection transfers from Associated Bank. See associatedbank.com/checking or ask a banker for details. Member FDIC.
On Thursday, May 18th, join Sharp Literacy for the 8th annual Unwrapped Milwaukee fundraising event from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. at The Gauge. Unwrapped is an evening of community, creativity, and food, where top area chefs will create gourmet appetizer, entree, and dessert bites using McDonald's ingredients. The fundraiser will support Sharp's STEAM-based educational program, serving thousands of urban elementary students in 50 Milwaukee, Waukesha, and Racine schools. For tickets, visit sharpliteracy.org.
Truth Nation, it's Tory Lowe from 1 to 4, and I want you to download the 1017 The Truth app. Hey, because you know it's amazing.
Wow. Hey, that's not bad, Sherwin. That's not bad, all right? But T-Lo, show Sherwin Hughes how it's really done.
Truth Nation, it's your boy Tory Lowe from 1 to 4, and Sherwin's impression may have been trash, but he's right. You can hear all our best interviews, Panthers basketball, and me bringing all the smoke by downloading the Truth app today in the Google Play Store or the Apple Store. And why should they download the app, Benjamin?
You want to know why, T-Lo? You want to know why they should download the 101.7 The Truth app? Because it's amazing.
All your favorite interviews and best moments live in one place. Download the new 1017 The Truth app now.
I love the Truth app. I like being able to go back and listen to old tapings.
Milwaukee Black Talk. 1017 The Truth. You are listening to Nothing But the Truth with Melanie Ricks on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
The process and the end product are equally as valuable.
Are you tired of paying rent to a landlord, not yourself? You want some freedom from paying rent? You ready to build your own equity? Team up with Axe Housing because they can make it possible for your family to own their own home. They've already helped over 3,000 families, and you can be next. Get started on your virtual orientation by going to axhousing.org. They are ready to help you and your family find the best path to home ownership, and if you're a general contractor, go to axhousing.org if you're looking for some work because they need you. Hit them up. We've been talking about Ja Morant in studio with my mom, Gabby, my sister, Journey. Do you have any final thoughts about the show, about Ja, or anything you want to say to the people?
I just want to say this was a good experience and something for me to take on. And I think everybody who's listening should think about who is Ja representing and what is a true superhero.
Period. That's so cute. The way her brain think, when I was 13, I'd have been like, okay, you know what I mean? I'm like, What about you, Gabs? Any final words about it?
No, thank you for inviting us on. And with Ja, I just hope they get a solid team around him. If his parents are not a part of that team, that's okay.
Yeah.
Someone has to get control of him. I'd hate to see him to lose out on so much. And he's so young. He has a lot of maturing to do. Still no excuse.
Right. Well, we appreciate every single one of you. Kyle, appreciate you. Ben, appreciate you. We'll see you tomorrow, God willing. Love you, Mommy. Love you, Journey.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.
She lit, get money too. Like she in her mood. No friend.
Tune in to the award-winning 1017 The Truth this Saturday at 10 o'clock for another episode of Diversity and Excellence powered by Erie Insurance, hosted by me, Dr. Ken Harris, and Fred Johnson, Vice President and Wisconsin State Manager for Erie Insurance. We will discuss the agency of being an insurance agent. Tune in this Saturday. Diversity and Excellence powered by Erie Insurance, 10 a.m. right here on the new 1017 The Truth.
Truth Nation, just press play. Your favorite award-winning 1017 The Truth shows are now streaming live on video. Watch us live on 1017 The Truth's Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, and of course, 1017thetruth.com. Just press play for the home of Milwaukee Black Talk, 1017 The Truth.
Never miss a moment of that action on The Tori Lowe Show on the new 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, 1017thetruth.com, and streaming on Spotify, TuneIn, Stitcher, Google Podcast, and Apple Podcast. This is your Financial Empowerment Minute on the new 1017 The Truth, presented by Northwestern Mutual.
Because I got people who want to live off of $10,000 a month. And then I got people who say 4 is enough, right? Whatever it is, we want to make sure that, again, you have a plan and you know what it's going to take to get there. What resources do you have? Is it